guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Heidi. I'm filming this for you from my apartment in Sydney, in my little office space slash study that I've got set up for my working from home situation at the moment. I really dropped the ball last week. This isolation thing has really been getting to me. I'm losing track of days, and you know, the weeks and the weekends are all kind of blurring into each other. There's not really much difference between them these days. So yeah, I actually completely forgot I realized on Tuesday that I didn't have any video to post. So I'm really sorry about that. But everyone needs a week off sometimes, and you know what? If I did make a video last week, it probably would have been exceptionally boring. So not to say that this one won't be. So this week, I have had an interesting situation with my fur baby. I have a cat called Missy, which I feel like she may have featured somewhere in these videos somewhere. Last week, she seemed to be squinting in one eye. I thought maybe she had gotten something stuck in her eye. And I tried to look at it, and over a couple of days it didn't get better, so I took her to the vet. Now, because I've moved recently, I don't have a vet around here that I take her to. So I had to take her to a new place. That place was called Dr. Spots. And I just have to say, I was so impressed with their service and their care at Dr. Spots Vet. And it's not just because once I got up there, I realized my friend worked there. Promise you, I am not biased. I didn't walk out feeling like, you know how sometimes when you go to a doctor and you say you feel sick with something and they just say, oh, you've got a virus, and they give you some antibiotics, and you're like, do I really have a virus? Okay, the vet service. So because of the whole COVID-19 thing, you can't go into the vet with your pet and and sit in there while they get checked and whatnot like you usually would, which is understandable. So I had to drop her off, and then I went home and they called me and they went through everything with me over the phone. And I was just really impressed with how informative they were when they spoke to me on the phone. The girl she went through, you know, everything that could possibly be, what those causes could be. My cat is fairly young. She hasn't been vaccinated, but she never ever goes outside. So I've felt that I'm not an anti-vaxxer, so please don't come at me because I didn't vaccinate my cat. I now realize the seriousness of why you should vaccinate your cat. The vets took her in. They couldn't see anything stuck in her eye. They gave her some antibiotic cream to use. I was a little bit worried that she wasn't making much of an improvement, and I think today she looks like she's a lot better. So I'm actually going to go get my little sick patient. Just 1 second. Here we go, guys. I'd like to introduce you to Missy. She's my kitty. She's about 5 or 6 years old, and she stays inside most of the time, don't you, Nunu? Yeah, she doesn't really like getting picked up. But I just want you to see her eyes and how I know, you say that word, and she's like, oh no, not the cream. She's been in a good mood, and she's still been playing and whatnot. But I've noticed that gunk coming out of her eyes is a bit of a pink color to it. Which makes me think like blood in her coming out of her eyes, and that worries me. I feel so lucky though that she has been sick during the period that I've been at home, so at least I'm here with her to look after her. I tell you what, the eye cream is so when the lady said to me, all right, you're gonna have to, I've had conjunctivitis before myself, so I know you have to put this shit in your eyes, right? And the lady's telling me I need to do this, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how this is going to go down. I don't think my cat's going to like this very much. The very first night when I had to give it to her, she was completely didn't realize what was going on. So I squirted it in her eye. It went on her eyeball. It's like a gel. It was on her eyeball and her eye was still open and she was just looking at me with the stuff on her eyeball. And then you have to close the eye and like rub it in. She wouldn't let me close it. I was like trying to like force her little eyelid shut so I could rub it in. So that was at first. And then after a couple of days, she realized what we were doing. And so it just became like, she was just like a little wriggly, furry ball of claws. She put up a good fight for a couple of days. And now she's just become used to it and she just lets us do it. Leave a comment below if you've had a cat that's had some sort of eye issues. I'd love to know a little bit more about what happened and how you fixed it and treated it. Stay safe, everyone. Take it easy. Like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on Insta if you're not already.